Welcome to the Paramount Fine Foods Centre in Miississauga for the second day of competition at the Skate Canada International 2022. This is the second event on the ISU Grand Prix of figure skating. We saw some wonderful performances in the short programs and rhythm dance yesterday, and we look ahead now to the free skates and free dance. More than 150 entries from 29 different skating nations have been invited to the Grand Prix series. And each of these prestigious events, $180,000 US prize money for the most successful skaters competing. This wonderful arena is hosting the 48th Skate Canada competition. And indeed, it is the 5th time this actual location has hosted the event. Great to see skating fans here to enjoy proceedings. 5,400-seater arena. It looks like it'll be busier than yesterday, but so many of the skaters who performed their short program or rhythm dance acknowledged the support of the crowd and how helpful it was in making the best of this experience. Great to see some youngsters who will, I'm sure, be inspired by the action on the ice as the judging panel and officials are welcomed to the arena. The judges presiding here have had to spend considerable amounts of time researching and educating and working towards passing exams by the International Skating Union to be deemed either international caliber or ISU championship caliber judge. And there, a look at the start order. The start order for the women's free skating, the reverse order of the results from the short program. Canada's own Madeleine Schizas will be the last to skate. Her attempts to win the Grand Prix here and secure 15 points. You see Madeleine competing again at the final Grand Prix of the series in Finland, in the Espoo Arena. That'll be your second chance to try and accrue enough points to compete at the Grand Prix final, which will be held in December.
The technical specialist.
Les spécialistes techniques.
There, the final moments for the skaters before they take to the ice. This first group of women will have had their official practice for their short program at 7:30 in this main rink this morning. An early start for the women. The order of the disciplines dependent upon the host federation. And the women got the unlucky straw having to start early. Some skaters preferred to get the job done and over early and then enjoy the rest of the performances. I'm sure none of them will have been as appreciative of the early start time when they had to do their run-throughs in practice today.
From Japan, Yuhana Yokoi. From Czech Republic, Eliska Brezinova. From the United States of America, Lindsay Thorngren. From Netherlands, Lindsay van Zundert. From Japan, Rika Kihira. From Estonia, Niina Petrokina. Skaters, you have 6 minutes for your warm-up.
A 6-minute warm-up for the 6 women on the ice as they prepare for their 4-minute free skate here in Miississauga. Canada known as being one of the warmest and friendliest places to skate. Such knowledgeable audiences and skating fans here, with figure skating such a part of the culture here. Indeed, figure skating is one of the most popular sports in the nation.
Representing Japan is Yuhana Yokoi.
Look at the first competitor to take to the ice, Yuhana Yokoi. A complete contrast in the free skate choice for Yuhana this season. She performed a Queen medley last year. This year, much more classical in her approach. Looking to rectify mistakes that she suffered in the short program. Trying to fall on the triple flip there. Second skater competing, warming up with a beautiful double axel, Eliska Brezinova. Eliska, one of the competitors who is competing in back-to-back Grand Prix assignments, having performed last week in Norwood, Massachusetts at the Skate America competition. She was 10th of the 11 competitors at that event. Looking comfortable with the triple flip there. Eliska using the Zorro theme in her free skate. Now look to Lindsay Thorngren from the United States of America. The young 16-year-old will have been disappointed with her short program. She popped her intended triple flip, turning it into a single. She has great pedigree coming into this as a reigning World Junior Championship medalist. She has a fascinating story behind the concept for her free program. She's portraying a bird that isn't free, and by the end of the program she can fly anywhere, and we hope that she has freedom in her free skate as we look at the next competitor, Lindsay van Zundert.
From the Netherlands is Lindsay van Zundert. Lindsay placed second at the 2021.
And this, the first of the competitors in this group that seemed to be happy and satisfied with the performance that she gave in her short program. This is her first Grand Prix assignment, despite being experienced last season. She was at the Olympic Games, finished in 18th place in Beijing, and then went on to 17th at the World Championships in Montpellier, France. And it's those kind of standings that have allowed her the invitation to compete on the Grand Prix circuit. Grand Prix is an invitational series of competitions, and the success of Rika Kihira in the past is the reason for her invite to this standard. She's not in the competitive form that we have seen her in the past, but that purely down to injuries that have plagued her. Great to see her back competing at Skate Canada. She was second in the Skate Canada International in 2019. She indeed won the Grand Prix final in Canada in Vancouver back in 2018, so she will have fond memories of times competing in this nation. As we see her warming up some of her relatively simpler elements, injury preventing her from attempting the more difficult technical element.
Representing Estonia's Niina Petrokina.
The 18-year-old from Tallinn, Niina Petrokina. And we have seen triple axel landed from Niina in practice here. Really exciting to see this Estonian prospect. She wasn't named to the Estonian Olympic team despite beating Nivelota Kibos at the European Championships and their national championships. Perhaps the triple axel we've seen in practice is on the back of some motivation and drive to be selected to compete at the championship levels for Estonia this season. There's a beautiful Ina Bar transition into the double axel for Lindsay Thorngren. And as with the short program, Rika Kihira jumping abundant numbers of repetitions in the 6-minute warm-up. Really impressive work ethic. Indeed, she's reminded to be patient, if anything. Perhaps she needs to taper rather than do too much, given the injuries that she's suffered of late.
We'll go all the way down.
Please welcome the first competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la première patineuse.
Representing Japan, Yuhana Yokoi.
The 22-year-old university student from Nagoya, Japan, Yuhana Yokoi. The first skater on the second day of competition at the Skate Canada International. Settling into the program with a comfortable double axel. Followed by triple loop. Most difficult triple jump, the triple lutz. More success with the triple flip than she had in this short program. This developing into a great skate for Yuhana Yokoi. Triple salchow, triple toe combination. as well late in the program with the double axel, triple toe, double toe. What a wonderful start to the women's free skate, and an absolute joy to see the smile and now the emotion for Japan's Yuhana Yokoi. She looked despondent and somewhat uncomfortable in the short program. She had a mistake in the jump combination yesterday. She fell on the triple flip, but comes into the free skate and really delivers just that one double flip, but otherwise skating at her maximum potential, and just so wonderful to see the reaction to that. She said that she so thoroughly enjoyed competing at Grand Prix in France last season. She was delighted with her free skate at the International de France 2021, and it was that feeling that motivated her to continue.
Thank you.
And it's my assumption that a skate like that will give her the energy and enthusiasm to continue in training as the season progresses. The opening double axel, good flow on the back of that, forcing a good grade of execution from the judges. I think questioning some of the rotation on the landings of these jumps will be happening from the technical panel. I think just a quarter short in rotation from some of the triple jumps, which will affect just the grade of execution here. Triple salchow and triple toe. You can see a little bit of that rotation done on the ice. This was great late in the program. Double axel, triple toe, which I don't think had any rotation issues. You can see her just looking down at the ice to check the tracing that her blade has made, just to see the kind of impact her score will have. She said she would like to be proud of herself and enjoy the experience this time. And that she should absolutely be. Complete contrast in the stylization from last year's Queen medley, but it suited her well, particularly when she started to relax into the performance.
123.86.
So a satisfied skater and a happy coach to start the women's free skate. Congratulations to Japan's Yuhana Yokoi.
Please welcome the next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing Czech
Second
Republic.
to compete from the Czech Republic, Eliska Brezinova, the first of the competitors in the second day of competition, who's performing in back-to-back Grand Prix assignments. Eliska will skate to the Mask of Zorro soundtrack. Same quality start as last week, triple flip, double toe. Really lovely quality. That second jump combination, triplets, and another double toe. Double axel. showcasing her flexibility within acquired choreography sequence. Single loops last week, double this week. She wants the triple. Back Bailman to finish the free skate for Eliska Brezinova from the Czech Republic.
From Czech Republic, Eliska Brezinova.
Last week at Skate America, there were signs of fatigue towards the second half of the program. She popped the loops then, had a fall in the triple loop in Massachusetts. Similar kind of result here in Miississauga. Just fatiguing a little towards the end. But Eliska, as an Olympian who competed in Beijing, I'm sure will have had, as many of the athletes have discussed, a big come down post-Olympics. And many acknowledging it's a little harder to prep for this new season. And I'm sure her fitness levels will improve as she heads towards the ISU Championship events at the start of 2023. This at the start of the program, really nice air position, triple flip, a double toe, such clean technique, probably the best element of the program, real quality outside edge takeoff on the triple loops. This, the sequence, triple toe was good, but where the issues started to happen, landing of this, the double axel. Eliska is here with her coach Joseph Sabovchik, the 1984 Olympic bronze medalist. Works also with Benoit Richaud, who said he wanted to show her maturity with this Mask of Zorro program. Double axe at the end of the program. Quality and a good back bailment to finish. Lovely smile to finish the program, and as the 9-time champion of the Czech Republic, it looks like Eliska really does love to compete. And choosing to return to competition, returning to the Grand Prix. wonderful to see, and you really sense that love for being here as we see her now in the kiss and cry, await her scores.
Your scores, please.
Les notes, s'il vous plaît.
96 last week.
Appreciating score, 103.89. A new season's best score.
An improvement for Eliska Brezinova in her season's best.
Eliska is currently in second place.
Accepting of second place at this stage.
Une meilleure note pour la saison. Eliska est actuellement en première place.
Please welcome our next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
The youngest skater in this group, 16 years old, Lindsay Thorngren from the United States of America. An amalgamation waltz, often a bird, for the world junior bronze medalist. Committed on the triple Lutz triple toe. Just stepping out of the Euler triple sacco. Better with the triple loop. Gorgeous choreography sequence leading into that double axel. Relaxed with each jumping pass. That was triple Lutz, double toe, double loop. And there, the second triple flip into the spread eagle transition. Gorgeous back, lay back. The combination spin. Excellent spike position in the Bielman. edge in the camel catch feature. To end, a brilliant free skate for Lindsay Thorngren and total redemption for the young American following a disappointing short program yesterday. You can see her considering what has just happened. There's a real sense of fight throughout the performance. This is a young woman who's very aware of what needs to happen to achieve success. Getting a medal on the Junior World Championship stage, a massive accomplishment, and she has all the talent and potential to replicate that in seniors, but it's a big jump from the junior ranks to the seniors. And you can see a release of emotion now for the talented American, a program full of difficult transitional content, some unique transitional content as well as we look at the opening loops. You can see some of the rotation of that done on the ice. And here some of the transitions back outside, spiral into the triple loop. Glorious back bend within the Ina Bauer. Just a little pitch forward on the landing of the double axel, forcing a lower grade of execution. And Lindsay, undoubtedly an athlete who knows that it's not just about landing the jumps, but it's about pushing for the higher grades of execution. And she's likely to have achieved those on the spins. You can see her starting to relax a little bit on the landing of that, the triple loops, double toe, double loop. Lindsay's goal is to medal at the US National Championships. She wants to be assigned to
Thank you for all your support.
the World Championship team for America. Personal best for Lindsay came at that World Junior Championships with 133.28. She's not quite in that same form yet at this early stage in the season, but we will see Lindsay compete again when she returns to the Grand Prix Series at the Grand Prix Espoo in Finland, which is the last of the 6 in the Grand Prix Series. That held November 25th to 27th. So following this competition, Lindsay and her coach on screen, Juliet Lautova, will return to New York where they train. I'm sure they will be focused on just cleaning up some of the rotation issues that have plagued her here, and undoubtedly she'll want to deliver a clean short program. It's the short program that has caused her problems both here but also at the Finlandia Trophy as well. I suppose the challenge when you've been so successful on the junior circuit with such high scores is then to maintain that level coming into seniors. And you can see Lindsay just looks perhaps a little full of pressure from her own success. But she should be incredibly proud of what she's delivered today, particularly after the disappointment.
120.93.
Grimace to the score.
176.09. Personal season best.
But a beautiful skater.
Lindsay is currently in second place.
And we look forward to seeing her compete again in Finland in a month's time.
Une meilleure note de la saison. Lindsay est actuellement en deuxième place.
Please welcome the next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing Netherlands, Lindsay
From
van
a
Zundert.
16-year-old American to a 17-year-old representing the Netherlands, Lindsay van Zundert. She performs to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. loops, triple toe. Lack of rotation on the second part of the combination, similar to the short program. Down on the triple flip. Back with arguably her favorite triple the loop. Packing in content towards the end of the program, triple loop with double axel and a triple salto double toe double loop. Well, the crowd reaction to the free skate for Lindsay van Zundert from the Netherlands, I think testament to the storytelling capabilities that she displayed in her free skate there. Mistakes on the jumps, but a real commitment to the parts of the Caribbean soundtrack. And this year, with the new judging criteria, the judges are to give a composition component score as the first of 3 components. And the criteria for that requests a choreography reflecting the music and the musical phrasing and the form. And that, to me, very evident in the storytelling from Lindsay throughout the program. And in the short program, it was the presentation component which was highest for Lindsay. I think today it will be the first of the components, the composition, which will be most rewarded as we look at the opening triple loops. Now this triple toe, you can see half a rotation done on the ice, and that was the same issue for Lindsay in the short program, and after the short program, as we see a nice triple loop there, Lindsay acknowledged that she knows the triple isn't clean, but she's working on it, and I applaud her honesty in opening up to the mistakes that she has with the rotation on that, but she knows the triples are an absolute necessity to compete with the top skaters on the Grand Prix. No issue though with the triple loop. Looks happy and comfortable with that. Just losing flow a little bit through the 3-jump combination. So I just want to see good takeoff and landing. It's so hard to deliver that sustained landing position on a 3-jump combination, particularly at the end of the program when the legs are absolutely burning. Lindsay was 7th at the Finlandia Trophy Challenger Series competition, had 105 points at that event.
The free skating score, 105.74. A new season's best.
0.16 higher than that competition for the Dutch skater.
Lindsay is currently in 3rd place.
Avec une note totale de 160.96, une meilleure note de la saison. Lindsay est actuellement en 3e place.
Skate from your heart, okay?
Please welcome the next skater.
Beautiful words from
Representing Japan.
coaching legend Brian Orser for his student Rika Kihira. Skate from the heart is what he encourages his student to do. And Rika will skate to the music from the Titanic soundtrack by James Horner. Comfortable triple sacco double toe combination to start for Rika. And an effortless double axel, other double sacco. Clean 2 on the most difficult triple in our program today, the triple loop. just beautiful skating. And you can see why Rika Kihira has twice been in the top 7 at World Championships. And lovely to see her reaction to that. This young woman has gone through so much. Delighted to see her fist pumping in reaction to that clean skate. Rika was the 7th woman to land a triple axel, the first woman to land 8 clean triples in a free skate. She was a favorite for World Championship titles in the past. It must be so hard to comprehend coming from that dizzy heights of success and expectation to then be ruled
Amazing.
out of making
Good for you.
the Japanese
You
Olympic
deserve
team.
that.
And what better coach to have than Brian Orser to help her come back from the disappointment of the injury and the impact that had. Her coach Brian had a nation willing him on to Olympic success at the 1988 Calgary Games, and he finished 2nd there. But any disappointment in a silver for Brian has gone on to fuel him as a coach to so many of the world's best ever skaters. And he seems to have a really holistic approach to the human, telling Rika to skate from the heart. Simpler triples, this the triple toe. No triple flip, no triple lutz, no triple axel for Rika at this event. But great to see her lay down a very clean skate. Positive grades of execution on all 12 of the elements in her 4-minute free skate. And we will see Rika compete again on the Grand Prix Series when she returns to the final event in Finland in a month's time. And we have to assume that at that event she will increase the technical element score with a more difficult planned program content.
The scores, please.
But for now, a hugely rewarding
The
performance.
free skating score, 125.06. With a total score of 184.33.
And much
Rika is currently in
higher
first
program
place.
component scores today than yesterday. Into the 8s.
Rika est actuellement en première place.
Great
Oh,
scenes.
that's nice. Very
Please welcome the next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
From one very experienced skater in Rika Kihira to the 18-year-old from Tallinn, Niina Petrokina. We have seen her successfully landing triple axels here in Miississauga. A skater with big aspirations. Good speed and ice coverage into the double axel triple toe. Safely through both triple lutz and the triple flip. second triple Lutz. And a really well-constructed program with the choreography sequence at the end of the 4-minute free skate for Niina Petrokina, and just finishing the performance with real energy and passion. A perfectly timed butterfly to finish the program. She began skating at the age of 4. And now she heads into the senior ranks at the beginning of a new Olympic cycle, following the disappointment of not making the Estonian national team for the Olympics in Beijing. And you can sense the hunger and desire from Niina Petrokina. As I mentioned, we've seen triple axels from her in practice, indication that she really does have the aspirations of moving into the top echelons of the women's competition. Choosing not to attempt that here in the free skate, probably a smart decision. I'm sure there must be some desire from a pride perspective to attempt that ultra C element, but instead opening with double axel triple toe. Interesting technique, really looking up on the forward outside edge of the axle. Maybe a question mark over the entry edge on the triple Lutz, but here you can see a little more flow and glide on the landings of the earlier jumps in the program, that the triple flip. There too on the loop, transitioning out with multi-directional skating vocabulary. But here you can see on the triple flip double toe, there's just no running edge there. Later in the program, totally understandable. Any of you watching who have endured a senior level free skate with 12 elements in 4 minutes will know the utter exhaustion at the end of the performance, as we saw that butterfly, which was perfectly pitched to the music. Personal best for Niina came en route to that top 8 placement at European Championships, where she had 128 points. And although short of that here, it is a season's best for the Estonian. But the reaction to that, the disappointment that you can see etched upon her face, I think signifies the aspirations she has.
Niina est actuellement en deuxième place.
We can look forward to seeing a lot more from Niina Petrokina. What a brilliant start to the women's free skate in this first of the 4 disciplines competing on the second day of competition in Miississauga. Fan favourite Rika Kihira delivered with beautiful skating to her Titanic soundtrack free skate. And now we head to the final 6 competitors.
Rinka Watanabe. From the United States of America, Starr Andrews. From the Republic of Korea, Yuhana. From the United States of America, Ava Marie Ziegler. From Canada, Gabrielle Daleman. And from Canada, Madeleine Schizas. Skaters who have 6 minutes.
And you can hear the reaction from the crowd to the top 2 Canadian entries. It is a tight competition. 4.5 points, just over 4.5 points separate all of the competitors in this group. And the first competitor, Japan's Rinka Watanabe, has the technical goods to potentially move up from the 6th place that she finds herself in after the short program.
From Japan is Rinka Watanabe. The 20-year-old Rinka is from Tokyo. And captured gold.
Rinka attempted the triple axel in the short program. Under rotated, she was satisfied to stay on her feet. I'm sure she will have her eyes on a podium placement with the free skate. She will start this group. Has to lay all her cards on the table to stand a chance of moving up. The second competitor in this final group, Starr Andrews, the 20-year-old from the United States of America. She said after the short program that her main goal is to enjoy the season, but that said, she does have her eyes on the 2026 Olympic team. She said she felt so calm in the short program, and she delivered with no negative grades of execution on any of the 7 elements in her short program, and level 4 on all 3 spins and the step. So it couldn't have been much better for her yesterday. I hope for the same. Young Yu from Korea, the 18-year-old, comes into the event potentially as the favourite, following her 5th place at the World Championships in France earlier in the year. Coach Mia Hamada told her not to attempt the triple axel in the short program, but she said following that event she will go for it today. Fascinatingly, the short program music that Young Yu performed to yesterday, she said she received song recommendations from fans and she chose from that for her short program. Just such a popular sport in Korea, particularly following the success of Yoona Kim, the Olympic champion back in 2010. As we look at the surprise 3rd place competitor after the short program, Ava Marie Ziegler. She posted a personal best by over 6 points with what she delivered yesterday. Her goal, like Lindsay Thorngren, who we've seen already, is to place in the top 3 at the US National Championships. That'll be held in January 2023. Seen the the recent retirement of Mariah Bell, making that potentially a little bit easier.
From Canada, the 24-year-old Gabrielle Daleman.
Delight for Gabrielle Daleman to find herself in second place. Close indeed to the lead after the short program. 6 seasons ago when she won her world bronze medal. Great to see her returning to that kind of form. Even from the opening welcome to the audience, you can see she's choosing to embrace and enjoy the experience. It's so often the case for the athletes who are later in their competitive career, an appreciation for the moments, not as fixated on the score. As we see the leader, Madeleine Schizas, you have heard the ground announcer acknowledging she trains nearby. She performed to the Black Swan brilliantly yesterday. Today, music from the West Side Story, the muse for her choreography. And Maddie performed in Stars on Ice during the off-season with some really seasoned professional skaters from Canada. And I'm sure that experience will have enhanced her performance capability, performing to crowds every night on tour. So all 6 women in contention for a medal placement. Also for the prize money, 180,000 US dollars up for grabs throughout the 4 disciplines. With the winners of the single skating event awarded 18,000 US dollars.
Please welcome the next skater.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing Japan, Rinka Watanabe.
The first to skate in this final group in the women's free skate in Miississauga, Rinka Watanabe, and her planned program content starts with a triple axel. She skates to the music from the Jin soundtrack. There it is, triple axel to start. Followed up with an easy triple loop. Another loop, that time in combination with triple toe loop. transitions and difficult exit from the flying camel spin. A little shorter rotation on the triple lutz. Just 2 more elements. Special scenes to see the reaction to that performance for Rinka Watanabe from Japan.
From Japan, Rinka Watanabe.
Such pressure and expectation on the skaters. And she looked to systematically approach each of the 12 elements in her free skate, ticking them off one at a time. And now the joy unfolds. And we saw that in the kiss and cry yesterday. You could see a real character, a joyful, exuberant young woman following the performance, and it seems to be seeping out now too. The first time that she landed the triple axel in the short program yesterday, so she was happy. And interestingly, her score increased because of an extra boost added by the bonus value later in the program. That, the triple axel, much better than the short program. And you can see here, just changing edge, back inside counter, out of the triple loop, transitional content in and out of the elements to push the composition component, triple loop, triple toe there. And I think when, with more run-throughs and competition experience, when Rinka can tap into the character that she has within the performance, her component scores will increase as well, as we see the triple lutz, double axel in sequence. It'll be fascinating to see what the judges think. For me, the component scores for Rinka, not nearly as strong as Rika Kihira, but obviously a much more difficult and successful technical element score. Sometimes though, the difficult technical element score helps to boost those program components as well. But she has certainly laid down a performance
The scores, please.
The potential to push her onto the podium here at Skate Canada.
Skating score, 134.32. The total score, 197.59.
And that 134.32 free skate score comfortably puts Rinka Watanabe into the lead and applies pressure onto the skaters to come.
Please welcome the next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing United States of America, Starr Andrews.
The 21-year-old, born in Los Angeles, Starr Andrews from the United States of America. Good start for Starr, triple flip, double axel, double toe. Beautiful musicality on the transition, in and out of the double axel.
Je suis accrochée à toi, je suis fatiguée, je suis épuisée de faire semblant d'être heureuse. Quand ils sont là, je bois toutes les nuits et tous les whisky. Pour moi, ont le même goût et tous les bateaux portent ton drapeau. Je ne sais plus où aller. Tu es partout, je suis malade, parfaitement.
Again, great musicality for that triple loop double toe.
Tu m'as vidé tous mes mots. Pourtant, moi j'avais du talent.
Difficult combination there, triple circle, double loop.
Si ça continue, je crèverai seule avec moi, près de ma radio, comme un gosse idiot, en écoutant ma propre voix qui chantera. Je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, c'est ça.
A wonderful skate for Starr Andrews from America, and she will be overjoyed with that skate. She comes into the free skate surrounded by other competitors with more difficult technical element score potential than her. But she has, as with the short program, delivered to the maximum of her potential at this stage, and it's wonderful to see. And the skaters really have to savor a clean skate like that. They're not easy to come by any stretch.
Guess what?
Wow.
I did it.
That was great. That was great.
Coach Derek Delmore doubles up as her choreographer, and he will be delighted to. Good rotation there on the flip. In the past, I've seen that short of rotation, but didn't question it there. And as I mentioned, some of the jumping passes, particularly early in the program, perfectly phrased with the music to enhance the potential for a good grade of execution. Clings on to that triple salto, back 3-turn bracket transition out of it. And although this relatively easy, the triple toe, it was delivered well. So somewhat similar, although more difficulty for Starr because she had the triple flip. Similar in some part to Rika Kihira, simpler than Rinka Watanabe, who included more difficulty. Absolutely laying it down. And Starr, even more impressive considering she was diagnosed with supraventricular tachycardia, where her heart rate would rocket. So she's coped admirably with health issues as well in preparing to compete and deliver here at Skate Canada International. And that performance, I suspect, will comfortably beat her personal best. Personal best score for Starr Andrews from last year's Skate America competition, 115 points. Based on reviews by the technical panel, she should comfortably beat that by quite some margin.
The scores, please.
Les notes, s'il vous plaît.
The free skating score, 126.57. The total score,
Stunned reaction, but well deserved.
a season score.
An 11-point personal best for America's Starr Andrews. He doesn't look to believe what's happened.
Starr est actuellement en deuxième place.
Please welcome the next skater.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing the Republic of Korea, Young
Really
Yu.
fascinating competition so far from so many of the women, as we look now to possibly the favorite, Young Yu from Korea. She didn't attempt her triple axel in the short program, but plans to open with that today. A little short of rotation, but stays on her feet with the opening triple axel. Comfortable triple lutz. hair tie getting caught in her costume on that amazing Ina Bauer. Love the outside spread eagle to conclude her choreo sequence. Triple flip and double axel late in the program. And yet another brilliant skate. The women really so impressive here as Young Yu processes that free skate performance. As I say, the most hotly tipped favorite for the competition. 6th at the Olympic Games in Beijing. The audience showing their appreciation. Korean fans have made it to support Young Yu. As I said during the warm-up, figure skating so hugely popular, aided by the success of Olympic legend Yoona Kim. And indeed, it was Yoona Kim, the Olympic champion, who grew Young Yu's dream of being a skater. Wonderful to see the inspiration and the impact of that champion to this. As we look at the entry into the opening jump, this was the triple axel. How much of the rotation was done on the ice? Looks like the technical panel deemed that downgraded, so it will only have the value of a double and a negative grade of execution, making it not as influential and helpful for the score for Young Yu as she would have liked. No triple either, so we shall see as we look at the triple flip and the double axel sequence. To me, as we look at this next triple flip, similar to Watanabe, the current leader, more technical content, but not the same component scores quality. I didn't think that the composition of the program or presentation was as developed and honed as that which we saw from the likes of Starr Andrews and Rika Kihira. Hair issues just being acknowledged by Mia Hamada, the coach. And actually yesterday in the short program, after the double axel, Young Yu said that she felt her hair get loose, which put her off. And that's why she only did a triple-double combination in the short. So maybe there will be some attention to her hair preparations before we see her compete again. And we will see Young Yu at the MK John Wilson Trophy in a fortnight's time in Sheffield in the United Kingdom.
The free skating score, 125.05.
So, fourth place on the free skate, third overall. So, some of those rotational issues making sense of that score. It's a disappointment for Young Yu, but delight for Starr Andrews, who moves surprisingly ahead.
Please welcome the next skater.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
As we look to the top three after the short program,
Ava Marie Ziegler.
and I'm sure Ava Marie Ziegler from the States will have not expected to find herself in this position after the short program in what is her first senior Grand Prix assignment.
Take your eyes off
It's an unfortunate start down on the triple salto at the end of the double axel Euler.
far too ashamed to do it with you watching me. This is never ending. We have been here before.
Loads of height and elevation on the triple flip in combination with double toe loop.
Cause I don't love you anymore. Please stay where you are. Don't come any closer. Don't try to change my mind. I'm being cruel to be kind.
And another good quality triple flip.
Something that I can't live without. You mustn't underestimate that when you are in doubt. But I don't want to carry on like everything is fine. The longer we ignore it all, the more that we will find. Don't fall apart. I can't face your breaking heart. I'm trying to be brave. Stop asking me to stay. I can't love you in the dark. It feels like we're oceans apart.
Really does get good spring. Toe jumps, that triple loops, double toe.
Every word I've said, you know I'll always mean. It is the world to me that you
It's a
are in
shame.
my life, but I want to live and not to survive.
Fabulously difficult entry into the combination spin. Back outside spiral. Well, a valiant effort for 16-year-old Ava Marie Ziegler from the United States of America. She was fabulous in the short program, demonstrating a maturity and strength of character that was so impressive. She had a long delay, a surprise delay, following some issues with the technical issues for the scoring system, and she didn't let that affect her at all, and produced a short program that had a 6-point PB. But the fall in the opening triple salto at the end of the combination makes it difficult to stay in contention because the event has been so brilliant thus far. Here, that opener double axel Euler, triple salto. And so the hope really is now that despite the disappointments here, Ava Marie can take away what has ultimately been a really impressive Grand Prix performance or debut. You see again, good elevation on both of the triple flips. Those two driving up with the arms on the triple loop. Our goal is top 3 at the US National Championships. We saw just this past week that American Olympian Mariah Bell has elected to retire. She won't compete this season. Ava Marie will go up against the likes of Isabeau Levito, who was second at Skate America, the junior world champion last week. Ava Marie definitely has the potential to be in contention, as we see her in the kissing crowd with her longtime coach, Stephen Rice. And great to see a skater with a coach for multiple seasons. She'll know that he really has her back and helping her to achieve her goals moving forward. She scored 130 recently at the Budapest Trophy on the Challenger Series. Won't be that here, unfortunately, due to those mistakes. The 2 falls forcing 2-point mandatory deduction.
The free skating score, 120.27. The total score of 186.76. A new season. 7th
on the free skate, but 4th overall, so out of medal contention. But lots to be proud of here in Miississauga for Ava Marie Ziegler.
Please welcome the next competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la prochaine patineuse.
Representing Canada.
The first Canadian in medal contention, Gabrielle Daleman, second in the short program. She's just over a point off first place after the short. She opens with her trademark. Virtually textbook in its delivery. It had +5 GOEs from some of the judges yesterday. Triple toe, triple toe. somewhat similar, landing on the triple lutz as in the short program. Tough fall on the triple flip. On the triple loop. And this is where Daleman must draw upon her experience as a former world medalist. As well to stay up on the triple salcho. Well, a great step sequence, well choreographed by David Wilson. And a little 4 change foot combination spin, the final 2 elements. But no doubt there will be disappointment for Daleman. She was just magnificent in this short program. And so many fans around the world will have been delighted to see her return to the form that she's had in the past, knowing of her struggles over recent seasons. Just so much more challenging to maintain through a free skate. 12 elements in the free skate. So much more demanding than the 7 elements of a short program. This, as I say, a trademark Ina Bauer entry into triple toe, and yesterday she had 2 of the judges give her the maximum +5 grade of execution on that element. Pitching forward, having to put the foot down early on the triple lutz was the beginning of some of the mistakes. And that, a difficult fall. She does create a lot of elevation, hard to keep flow out of that flip. Better with the double axel. And the challenge really will be now for Gabrielle to take away the abundant positives from yesterday, the confirmation that she is truly world class of the highest quality. But just next stage of this return to form will be to secure consistency through a free program. And she may not want to hear the scores, I suspect and fear. In seniors, the deduction increases for falls on the third fall, so 2-point deduction for the third and fourth fall. So
The scores, please. The free skating score.
hear her saying it sucks.
104.96. With a total score of 171.61.
That has her second from the bottom on the free skate, and 9th of the 11 competitors so far. Coach Lee Barkell will work hard to draw out the positives from the experience.
Please welcome the final competitor.
Veuillez accueillir la dernière patineuse.
Representing Canada.
So the Canadian fans
Madeleine Schizas.
need to return to the energy they gave Gabrielle Daleman, not react to the disappointing performance from the first Canadian. As we look now at the leader after this short program, Madeleine Schizas vies for gold in Miississauga. Comfortable triple loops, triple toe to start. Maddie Schizas laying it down, double axel, triple toe, double toe. Bailing there though on the triple flip. Again there, that time on the loop. Needs to regroup. Better there with the triple salto. Just lacking in confidence to commit to the loop again.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright, and I pity any girl who isn't me tonight. I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel, and so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. See that pretty girl in that mirror there. Who can that attractive girl be? Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty face, such a pretty face. I feel stunning, and entrancing, feel like running, and dancing for joy, for love. I am pretty, wonderful.
slip at the end. It's a great music choice, a brilliant vehicle for Madeleine Schizas, the West Side Story soundtrack for her free skate. And she was admirably committing to the presentation of the program, knowing that she'd made some really frustrating mistakes. She came out. Oh, looks like she's just. She's just going to the judging panel to acknowledge something up with the ice surface, perhaps. Oh my goodness. Well, that's really unfortunate for Madeleine Schizas. That incredibly dangerous. Not sure exactly what it was, but that perspex. That amazing she even saw that, given how clear it is on the ice surface. But that, whether or not it impacted the performance, certainly it will have been hugely worrisome for the Canadian. And as she says, as she sits down, it started so good. She just looked supremely confident and committed. Triple Lutz, triple toe. That was followed up with a good double axel, triple toe, double toe. And we just don't know when she saw or caught sight of that on the ice and whether or not indeed that did have any impact upon her mental prep. Had she caught that, she would have been likely to have taken an immediate fall. I just think it's such a good program for her, but too many mistakes, unfortunately. And now she has to look for 28 days till she competes this free skate again in Espoo at the Grand Prix in Finland. And her longtime coach, Nancy Lamar, will be working hard to make sure that the free skate in its next Grand Prix outing will be as strong as the short program.
Hi everybody at home. Love you guys.
Showing maturity there in the way that she's handled herself, and good to see her coach giving her the support, emotional support she needs now.
The free skating score.
Such joy being the leader in her home nation at the Grand Prix. But unfortunately falling far, far from the podium for Madeleine Schizas. We wish her all the very best. And like Gabrielle Daleman before her, we hope that she can take the positives from yesterday and use the frustration of today to fuel the training over the next month. Wow. It was such a fascinating competition, so many brilliant performances, particularly from the first group. And we see a huge jump from 6th place after the short program to gold for Rinka Watanabe from Japan. And disappointment for both Schizas and Daleman, the Canadian teammates who were 1st and 2nd after the short program, falling down to 7th and 10th place overall. An emotional roller coaster of a competition in Miississauga. Young Yu from Korea. She, one of the favorites coming into competition, comes away with a bronze medal and 11 points with that result in the Grand Prix. And we see young Yu again in a fortnight's time at the MK John Wilson Trophy in Sheffield. And she'll be looking to add a triple-triple combination, a little bit more rotation on the triple axel she performed here in Miississauga at Skate Canada. I suspect the most joyful of the medalists. Surprise, but well-deserved silver medal for Starr Andrews from the United States of America. Her first Grand Prix medal, and she was beautiful in her delivery to the Lara Fabian music for her free skate. Delighted to see her rewarded, and her reaction to her scores in the kiss and cry, possibly the highlight of the entire event. She secured an 11-point personal best in the free skate. But it is Rinka Watanabe who continues the dominance for Japan in the women's event. Kaori Sakamoto won a Skate America, Japan gold again here. And it was a triple axel and the likes of that triple-triple combination which helped to seal the title for Watanabe. And she will compete in her home nation at the NHK Trophy in Sapporo in 3 weeks' time as she vies for a place in the Grand Prix final. Amazing scenes in Miississauga. We take a break now and we look ahead to the next event, which will be the ice dance free dance.